Hello there folks, welcome back to a rather wet Snetterton. Who in God's name thought Snetterton in the wet would be good for a sprint race? But that's what we've got. So welcome on board to JL Motorsports Race 3 Wet Snetterton. What you reckon, Pran?
I mean, whoever thought of wet Snetterton is crazy, because I think there's going to be a lot of incidents today, and I've already seen in practice a couple of little hits on the barrier, a few collisions and on the grass, so it's going to get quite hectic. And even the best drivers like Timu, he has met the barrier a few times in practice. So it takes a lot of skill and it takes a lot of experience to be able to deal with these conditions.
Oh, definitely, but Timu's been doing more bloody... my brain goes... He's been going sideways more than he's been going forwards, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it called? Now that's gonna bug me. Drifting. He's been drifting more than he's been driving, so... Right, well, as you can see, we've got a 156 from Daniel Brunschitz at the moment in the Porsche. That seems to be our time. Well, as you can see, people are out and practicing.
Flowing out of the pit lane.
Oh, yes.
Time to see what kind of lap times they bring about.
Well, also, folks, you might not have noticed, but the ACC servers dropped a while ago. So I know it says we got 22 minutes left on free practice, but I do believe at 2 o'clock we are switching over to qualifying so that we can keep our normal timings for today.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to get a couple of minutes of times, see what we've got. Bottom half there from Clements onwards haven't really done a time as such. So we'll get them.
I feel like some drivers are just trying to find their feet, trying to warm up, just get themselves into the wet rhythm. It takes a lot.
It certainly does. And like an idiot, I have just been watching the wrong stream. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad at all. Good God, what am I like at times, I wonder. Right. So, we've got approximately 4 minutes left. We will...
More and more people are just trying to get themselves warmed up as
Yep.
you drift out of the pit lane. Interestingly, Brunschitz is staying in the pit lane for some reason. Oh, Timu's hitting a bit of traffic. Which brings us to a good point. How will these drivers deal with traffic in the wet? Because it is going to be tough.
It's going to be very tough, as you just seen with Timu there.
Yeah, I
As
mean,
he goes
Cheltenham
sideways.
just completely got in his way.
But that's racing for you, isn't it? You've got to find that right spot at the right time. Oh, do you know what? I am trying to watch our stream so that I can see what's being typed. And all I keep getting is the wrong thing. Please, Lord, do not let me have one of
Supporting
the...
number 77 and number 68.
That is
That'd be
fantastic.
Stewart and Clement.
I can't get... Like, give me my live race, you damn stupid thing. Twitch, I hate Twitch. It's so
Right.
anarchic.
Oh, and Timu has just spun out.
Oh dear.
What's going on there?
Oh, a lot of cars were just spinning out there.
Cabrera has spun in literally the same place. It looks like that corner is going to be a bit of a hectic place to.
Did you notice what corner it was?
Yeah, I mean, 3 cars all at once just spun out of the track. 1 on the inside, 2 on the outside. That is fairly bizarre.
I hate Twitch. I really do. I'm having real issues with Twitch today. Oh,
I'll handle Twitch, don't worry.
You handle
Don't
Twitch,
worry.
yeah. I'll try and watch.
All these Porsches.
What's going on? Quit. Oh, well. Right, well, we will be switching any minute now, but looking at it, people are starting to get the times in now. People are going to be so careful around that first corner. Well, second corner of Montreal.
Gosh. Everything is going to be absolutely... Oh, and there you go. Session is being switched. And it's quali time.
That's what we like. I am so looking forward to it, even though You've got to be a nutter to get out of on there. Right, let's get this on drive.
I'm very interested to see who's going to come out on top.
Right, did Daniel? Yes, Daniel got out first. So Daniel Brunshit has managed to get out first. So we'll watch him for his warm-up lap.
To be fair though, a lot of the time, if you're first out of the pits, it may hinder you because as soon as you go into your flying lap, there may be traffic in front of you. So you've got to really pay attention.
Oh, you have. Oh, 19 cars today on track. Not bad. Not bad. Okay.
Decent turnout.
And now YouTube's decided to stick its head up its backside.
Don't worry about it. I'll deal with them too.
You deal with chat, mate. I'm not going to be able to deal with it today. It's decided to cause me grief.
It's decided to cheat. Car number 999 disqualified by race control.
Yeah, that's the safety car.
Oh, that's safety car. Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna say.
No, that's just a safety car at the minute, mate.
18 minutes to go, and some people haven't set a lap.
Well, yeah, we've only just started, so this, in theory, is Daniel's first. Here we go.
Tired. Oh, there you go. So, a few people have started their flying laps now. Let's watch Brunshits over here.
Coming into Montreal, getting it right, slowed down.
Stable. Very stable.
Making sure he doesn't get any wheel spin on the way out. Brave man touching them curbs. Here we go.
Using all the track to the right. Using all the track to the inside apex.
This corner always catches me, Hamilton. Nicely done. Now Oggies and Williams. Here we go, the quickest part of the track now.
Remember though, the lap is not over. This lap is a very long lap.
Oh yes.
It could happen. Oh, takes a curve a bit too aggressively.
But it didn't bounce him across, so he was okay.
Yep.
Just kept it all together now. Come down through bomb hole. Cormer. And finally into Murray's. Straighten it up. Heavy on the brakes. Get that round. Is he going to beat his practice time of 1:56? Let's have a look.
And he doesn't, but
he doesn't.
4 tenths up. 4 tenths down from his last time. And Hunter, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but he gets a 1 second point 3 deficit from Daniel. Oh, Peltonen 1/10 behind Brunshits, and Karppinen the lap time just breaking 56 actually.
So here we go. We start to see these laps come in now. So we've got Daniel with a 1:56.452. Then Mr. Peltonen. Sorry, but
yeah.
Oh God, Santera. Pelton, he is 156.577. Then Mr. Timu, well, Karpinen in the Lexus, 156.9. Not bad. Then we start getting into the 157s here with Horchi Huna in the Porsche. Then Mr. Newart in the Aston Martin. He's done a 158.087, so he's not liking the wet, that's for sure. Then we have Matthias, because I can't say his second name, in the McLaren number 19. Then Jeff Seitman, David Alvarez, Jose Cabrera in our only Bentley today. Whoa! As Huna goes onto the track. Let's try somebody else. Mr. Carter. Plus, we do have one Ferrari and two Ferraris and a Mercedes in this today. So we've got a good little set of cars going on at the moment. Seem to be losing Pran all the time there. You okay, Pran? Oh dear, looks like I may be here by myself. But anyway, so here we go. Our first Ferrari to set a time to 2:02. Our Mercedes has set a time of 2:10. Not liking the wet. Mind you, I never like the wet. Don't like Snetterton neither, to be honest. But here we go. Mr. Carter hasn't managed to set a time yet, so we'll stay with him for now.
Back up and running.
Oh, there we go. Welcome back.
Couple of really close times here. Oh, Uno spinning off. Brunches to the 55.
Whoa, where's Daniel just pulled that out of?
Pelton with a 55.6.
This is
getting real competitive up the sharp end of it.
I'm going to get on Timu, because you never know what he's going to do now.
Yeah, Timu and as an outside bet, who knows?
Well, Daniel went into the pit and he's come straight out again.
Pelton, he thinks, nah, I ain't letting you do that.
800ths of a second.
Yeah.
That's what you get. A 155.665 and a 155.745. 800ths of a second between the pair of them.
It's a question of braking slightly later on a corner, and you gain a few tenths.
It's
small margins.
It's just trying to carry that little bit more speed into the corners, and let's be honest here. In the wet, that's hard as nuts anyway. Oh, there we go again. We got another one. That's Peloton. That Timu has broke into the 155s, but it's a 155.962. So we have three of them now, all broken in on the 155s. But at the minute, it looks like Daniel here, he's got to find 800ths of a second. Where's he going to find that? In the wet. On Snetterton.
I guess maybe not hit that inside curve. That may have upset the car the last time.
Oh,
Pelton
Peloton.
again with a 55.03.
So he's now just
Oh
taken
my
three
god.
tenths
He's
off
breathing in the
Daniel.
neck of that Andy.
So Daniel here has really got to pull something out the bag. He's got a clear track in front of him, so traffic can't be a problem. He's just got to carry that in a little bit more. So this seems like the Audi today is the car that is enjoying the wet.
The German cars are really seeming to do well.
Yeah.
Got Audi and Porsche.
Come on, Daniel. What are you going to manage to do? Are you going to manage to do it? Here we go. Flying lap. Come on.
Just finding the limit. Just finding the limit. Interesting to note, car 43 and car 22 had a racing incident just now. What was that about?
Don't know, but racing incidents, huh?
I'll have a look in
Yeah.
a bit after seeing Brunschitz's lap.
Here we go. Coming up to
Oh, a
Corma.
bit hairy through that corner.
Yep. Oh, here we go.
He's losing the rear
Second.
end of the bike.
Here we go. Last corner. Is he going to be able to do it? What's he going to pick up this time? A 155.707. It's a little bit quicker,
He
but
gains 2/10. That's marginal, to be honest.
to,
He needs
yeah.
to pull something slightly more
Well,
out of the bag to beat Pelton.
well, looking at the sector times at the moment, Peloton is better in sectors 2 and 3, and that's where Daniel seems to be losing all his time is in the second and third sector. But we'll take a look round, see what else. Once I get my mouth working again, eh? Darnelli in the.
Meanwhile, further back of the field, it seems like people are setting quite close times. I mean, from Manuel Jimenez to Carter to Dinkanen, setting some pretty close lap times.
There is, yeah.
Definitely pace to be had.
Well, if that's going to give us a show of what we're going to see in the race, then that's going to be good. Because we're going to have nice, tight racing. How much of it's going to stay on the track? That's a question and a half, as we just seen someone there. The wet is, oh Lord, is the wet, but I hate the wet. Right, so we only have 2 more now that haven't set a time, and that is Mr. Clements, Ryan Clements and Terrell Sainz, both in Mercedes. Mr. Clements, yeah, McLaren even. Oops. Let's have a look at Mr. Clements, see how he is faring at the moment. Keep an eye on everywhere else though, but at the moment we got 5 minutes left on qualifying.
Needs to start filling up a lap. At least a slightly slower one. He needs to at least do a lap.
Yeah.
He's got 5 minutes to go. He can only really realistically set 1 lap. So essentially, it's 1-shot qualifying for him right now.
Well, Sainz has just come out as well in the other McLaren. It's a bit wide there from Clements. Have a quick look at Daniel. What's Daniel doing? He's coming down Bentley straight up to Brundle and Nelson. I think this is the hardest part of the track, I do. Heavy braking coming into Brundle, and see, he's just losing it there. Sainz is back into the pits again. Oh, Daniel. That certainly ain't gonna work. A 156 there from Daniel, so he's not able to manage to pick it up at the moment.
Yeah, it does seem like he's a bit tentative right now. Maybe it's the fact that Peltonen is slightly more ahead of him than he thought.
Let's see if Ryan Clements can put a clean lap in. Where is he gonna go? Oh no, he must have. Looks like it wasn't counted. So we'll get another 2 laps in just, I think. Well, 1 lap in just. Last lap was a 2:09, so. Right, let's carry on with Daniel though, because this Daniel and Karpinen, they are our main 2. If anybody is gonna upset Peltonen. In that Audi.
Daniel's really pushing now. He has to. There's only one opportunity.
Thing is, though, he's got to sort out that 2nd and 3rd sector. He really has. He's just not able to pull it down.
Let's see the time.
A 155.632. So again, little closer.
Not good enough for
not good enough for first, but now this is his do or die lap. Let's have a quick look at Karpinen. Where is he on the track? He's at Williams. Is that Williams? That looks like Williams. No. Gorman. Oh, it's way out there. Jeez. Coming into Murray now. What is Timu going to be able to do? Is he going to be able to get any closer to first or even 2nd? No, he stays. That wasn't a good lap, but he'll manage to get 1 more in. Back to Daniel, see how he's doing. Down Bentley straight to Brundle. There's a heck of a corner, that. Bit of a snap there for Daniel. Coming in on Murray, just feathering that throttle. Get it nice, brake hard. Straighten her up. Get the foot down. Nope.
Nope, go straight back into the pits.
So let's have a look.
Really.
So that just really, well, we've got Timu and Ahuna still out on track, and they're the 2 closest people really at the moment. So here's Timu coming down Bentley into Brundle and
Oh,
Nelson.
gets a bit hairy there.
Ah, and again a bit. So that's qualifying
Getting a bit
over.
loose.
But that would have cost him there. That Lexus really isn't liking the wet. Nope.
And he goes
So,
off. Okay. End of his lap. End of Timu's lap.
who else have we still got out on the track? Mr. Gomez.
We've got Jimenez, we've got Scurry, we've got Carter, we've got Antonio Cabrera.
Mr. Huna.
Oh,
Well,
and Huna goes wide. Okay, that's the end of his lap. So now we look at Manuel Jimenez.
Jimenez. Nope, that's it.
That's it. They can't
Right.
set another lap.
So we've had a 155.370 in the wet. Oh, dear me, dear me, dear me.
Gosh. So that was a pretty, I'd say, intense qualifying session for a lot of them.
Definitely for them front
Snetterton is
three.
terrible wet. It's
Yeah.
so difficult to drive.
I know. It's just one of those. I just couldn't do it.
And as we move closer and closer to the race, I want a prediction from you, Diella. Who's going to win this race?
See, in the wet, it's anybody's race now. It really is anybody's race in the wet. But it's got to be one of our top three, maybe top four. Huna has pulled it out before. Newworth, he can put a good drive in. Well, I suppose everybody can put a good drive in on their own day. Mr.
Yeah.
Singh Canin. Hope I didn't kill your name there. Relay. We will just have to wait and see. If I had to go for anyone, I'd say Daniel, but I also know what Daniel's look is like. And here we have. Who are you going for then?
Oof, I mean, Pelton looks strong, but I feel like Timu could probably switch it up.
You reckon
grab 2 places? Because I feel like he seems the most stable. The Lexus isn't stable whatsoever, so who knows?
Who knows, indeed. Looking at this circuit, that first corner, Richie's gonna be interesting. That's for sure. I think it's a long right-hander. Then into the straight and onto Montreal. So either going to be in Richie's or Montreal. We see our proverbial first smash of the day, as an extra car seems to have joined us. Herman 99.
Alright, we have some wet conditions. Watch out for curbs and exit and remember to brake early.
Right, so yeah, we. So we have a wet track. Says it's going to stay wet for 30 minutes. What are we going to see? What are we going to see? Well, right now, let's have a look at everybody. So, we have Belgian in the Audi first with
Yeah.
very nice timing. Then we have Daniel Brunschitz in the Porsche. Timu Karpinen in the Lexus. Huna. If I don't say your first name, it's probably because I can't say it. Orchi Huna in the Porsche. Then we have lost it completely. Yes, Mr. Newworth. Sorry. Oh dear, it's one of those days. Then we have
No,
Singh
don't worry.
Annan in the Audi in sixth. Jimenez in the first of our Ferraris. He is in seventh. And Scuddy in eighth in the Porsche. Mr. Carter in ninth. Calvary in our only Mercedes. Actually, that's two Mercedes. I was wrong. Two Mercedes. Then we have car number 19, Matthias. Only because I can't say his second name. Then Mr. Alvarez Jr. in the Audi. Sorry, 973. Mr. Seitman and Mr. Stewart both in McLarens in 13th and 14th. Our only Bentley today, Mr. Cabrera. Normally I'd be saying that the Bentley is a boat, but even that's not going to like the wet today. Then we have Zan Eli in the Ferrari, number 16. Number 17, we have Pedro. Can't say his second name, so I'm not going to do it. In the number 66, Mer. Then Mr. Clements. And Mr. Scenes at the back. And then right at the very back, the safety car. So, a wet race at Snetterton. Typical English weather.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Oh.
Particularly. Damn. Literally 30 seconds to go until race starts and the formation lap begins.
Really is one of those you've gotta think.
It's a race of patience, tenacity, and concentration.
But do you want to dive in on that first corner?
Yeah.
You've got to be a little bit more aggressive in the sprint race, but do you want to ruin your race straight away?
And it's the formation lap.
What we'll do is we'll stay on board with Peloton on the formation lap and at the beginning of the first lap as well. Just because, as you can see, we can get a great view of what's going on behind them. So we'll see any major problems, shall we say. I can get the camera in a better position for it. Agnosti and on Hamilton. Oh, where we are? Oh no, that was Palmer. Now it's agnostic. What you get for not paying attention.
Fury is in the pits for some reason. Has he retired? What's going on?
Well, I'm guessing he didn't start, so he may well be starting from the pit lane. He didn't press drive in time. But that might be the best option to have, actually.
To be fair, yeah, you stay away from the carnage.
Yeah. I believe we've got a virtual safety car today, so we will have to see as we come down Bentley right now. I mean, could you imagine this in real life? The amount of spray these cars, the amount of water they move.
You're literally blind
Yeah.
in real life. Like it would be so tricky. You have to use your instinct most of the time when you're in the wet.
Oh God, I.
Gosh.
Right.
And as they go side by
So
side with each other.
here we go through Cora. I will get that corner right. Right. Maurice is next, and then we are on the start finish straight.
And they line up.
Here we go, go, go.
Oh, pink and green. Time for the start. And it seems like Pelton has had a decent start.
A bit of carnage at the
I'm
back.
on board with appearances right now. Very tentative at the moment. No one taking any unnecessary risks. Oh, and there's a massive incident. And Sinkerton is off. Plevier's off. There are some really rash moves going on here. What's going on?
I would say that's been red.
Safety car.
Safety car because of the first corner incident, no doubt.
Carnage. What's happened there? Okay, I need to have a look now.
Yeah, you have a look at the first corner incident.
Right.
And it looks like Tom's actually come out today.
Yeah, Tom kind of has to at this stage with the amount of carnage. What actually happened? I mean, that was a...
It was mid-pack, I think. You have a look at mid-pack.
Right, I'm just taking a replay now, and I'll report to you what would have happened from my perspective.
Few cars here, Alvarez up in
So
fourth.
a few cars and spin off. So light contact leads to a few cars heading out. Antonio Cabrera outbrakes himself, hits a few cars, which ends up in 3 cars spinning. So Antonio Cabrera, I think, is one of the main culprits of this. He completely outbraked himself. He thought this was a dry race.
Well, he's in the pits right now, so he'll be trying to get himself sorted. We also have...
absolutely terrible, really. I mean, it's literally not even the wet.
So they're now been picked up behind safety car. And we'll have to keep an eye on how many laps they're gonna be in as cars are diving into the pits where they can, I suppose. Looks like Sinkanen is still in the pits. But don't forget, guys, speed limits. Don't forget your speed limits, because I know what our stewards are like. They do like their speed limits.
They do.
Mind you, I've seen something in the chat about ACC since patch 1.8 seems to be a bit more, how shall I put it?
Really, I guess.
Well, the
Certain aspect.
timings now on the pit straight, you really have got to watch your speed now. Because it looks like
Yeah.
ACC is clamping down on it. Nope.
Yeah, there's been a lot of times where people have just exploited little things. I guess ACC are putting a stop to that kind of behaviour, I would think.
Possibly, but we seen last week. How many people did we see get stop and go penalties? And drive through
you saw-
penalties. Jeez
Well, at
Louise.
least 5 or 6 people gain
The door is opening.
a 30-second stop and go for disqualification.
Right, so the pit window is open. We've only got 2 cars that have gone in. Now make that 4 cars that we've got in there now. Looks like Sinkanen has rejoined. That's good.
That's fantastic.
Yep, I like it when they do that.
I wonder what the stewards will think about the first lap incident, though, what they'll do.
Well, we'll find out once Tom has gotten back. They'll be able to have a proper look at it. I mean, one of the stewards will be looking at it now. But we won't find out until after the safety car's gone back in.
And it's green.
Here I am, sat here, commentating on a wet race in Snetterton, and I'm cleaning my glasses. Oh dear. Should be going berserk right now because 2 or 3 cars are trying to outbrake each other. 6 minutes in. Unfortunately, we are safety card. All cars seem to have left the pits now. Bar Sightman. Well, this is going to do wonders for the fuel consumption. Now, from the looks of it, Peltonen is backing everybody up, so the safety car is coming in. Let's hope we don't get a repeat of the last first corner. And there he goes. I think he's caught everybody by surprise, even me. Right.
Yeah.
Well, Snetterton has done okay this time. Let's have a look in the middle of the pack. Towards the back of the pack. Everybody okay? Looks like we have. And then we're back with Daniel Brunschitz on Montreal. I nearly said Melbourne for some reason. But anyway, now onto Palmer. These three cars staying together quite well at the moment. Really is a case of let's see who can break the best.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what, well, it's both your left and your right foot today, innit? Let's be honest. You need that braking to be spot on, and you need your acceleration to be spot on. Because if that traction control kicks in, you're just going to lose so much speed, especially when you get to this point here. As we see with Daniel, Daniel seems to be able to line him up. Is he going to be able to go? He's going to try for the inside. Ballsy, ballsy. Oh no, too ballsy.
Gosh. Ah.
Daniel, too ballsy.
Yeah.
Oh, now carnage at the front.
Bit optimistic there. Gosh.
It certainly was from Daniel. What was he playing at? But now I believe we have Timu in first as we come across the line. Peltonen in second. Azuk's in third, so he hasn't done too bad. Ryan Clements, Jeremy Carter, they've all been making up here. See, Gimenez, Scotty, who was at the back, is now in seventh. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Seems to be picking up the pace.
Unfortunately, we do have the back markers already. And are we going to see... So, did Peltonen get a bit more damage than it looked like? As he goes a bit wide, he's letting in Matthias. Told you, wet races.
From such a good start to that.
Wet races.
This is the challenge of wet races. You have to be optimistic, but you have to be reserved. You have to keep your composure, and you have to manage your tires and also manage your car.
Oh
you are
no!
Racing for
again, Clements.
And that's like why there.
Clements has just taken out second place. Peltonen. Oh dear, he drops down now.
Man. Inexcusable.
That was
inexcusable. We can't.
That was. He just. Well, it just looks like he's outbraked himself. Silly. Well, we'll see what the stewards say. Right, Stewart has collected a 10-second penalty already.
That terrible from it. Absolutely terrible. There's no way you can defend that at all. No way.
I'm not. So, now that we're coming up to 47 minutes left on the race, let's have a look at what's happened. Well, the only one out of the top three that's still there is Timu Karppinen. Daniel Brunschitz.
Timu could keep it nice and clean.
Oh, if he does, he could be on for a winner, as our second place collects 15 seconds for an incident. Then we have Scurry in third. Not bad. Mr. Carter, another one. They've managed to take advantage of the wet. Mr. Hooner, Horchie Hooner, is in fifth at the moment. No, fourth even. Cars getting out of the way already. It's good.
Car number 11 has to serve a 15-second time penalty, causing a collision on lap 1.
What do you reckon for Daniel? Is that going to be a 15 or 20 second?
10 would be alright. I think
10?
the 15's a bit excessive.
Okay. And what about for... I forgot who did the last one.
Clements.
Clemens, that's it. What do you reckon
I
for
think it
them?
was Clements, right?
I think it was.
Oh, stop and go for him. That was inexcusable, though. What? He took out 2 cars.
And one of them was the leader.
Yeah.
As well. Oh, how's chat doing?
So as everything starts to slowly but surely calm down.
It's a wet race, for God's
People are
sake.
going wide. So, yeah, I mean, it's 40 minutes to go. People have got to calm down a little bit. But there is a battle going on between Carter,
Newwood, and Matthias. This little battle we've got here. Newwood, no Carter,
right,
just
so
took over the
68. There's car 68. Clements gets a drive-through for causing a collision.
That will be
on lap 4.
Yeah, that will be the one that we were just talking about that took the leader out. So here we go. What are we going to start seeing? Carter, Newworth, Matthias. These are the 3 guys at the moment that are under a second from each other.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye on this little battle here. Now let's have a look. Looking at it. We have 7 cars that have taken advantage of the pit window at the moment. As Carter just goes a little wide, which allows Woodin Matthias
that's
through.
not a little wide. He completely misses a corner.
Well, that was after he went a little wide. So now, Matthias has got to find Carter. Carter's only a half a second ahead, well, 3/10 ahead of him. So and Carter battling with Alba? No, that can't be right, can it?
Alright, let's have a look at
It is.
Timu seems to be stable now. He's in a bit of free air. He's gonna try and push a little bit further away from
Timu's just got the fastest lap of the race so far, 156.485. We'll see how that one progresses.
That's very much nearly a quali lap.
It is.
Blistering pace from Timu over here.
I'm just watching Carter and Pelvera, the Mercedes.
Levier and
Yeah.
Carter having a little scrap.
Yeah. Newworth and Scurio, I believe, are also looking at it as well.
Yeah. But now this is a position where people are in a bit of free air now. They can start to manage their tires a bit more, manage their fuel, and do it for the last sort of stint that they have.
So Peloton is now in 15th at the moment. Not great.
Such a fall from grace.
It's
If you look at Pelton, where's Brunshit?
Brunshit.
Do you see him on the timing sheet?
Actually, I don't see him on the timing sheet. I'm guessing Brunshit has retired.
Has he retired?
Looks like it, because
Oh,
he's not on
wow.
the timing sheet.
Yeah. He's retired from the race.
Okay.
Gosh. Well, that's the first revelation that we've seen.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Brunshit is retired from the race. With 40 minutes to spare.
Right, it looks like Newworth has gotten past Scuddy now. And it's now Matthias versus Scuddy in the Porsche. So this should be a good little battle now, as they're just going past car 22. Which is Scenes. He stays out of the way well there. He's better driving than me.
Scenes is a lap behind.
He might be, but he's still driving well.
Yep.
If he's not impeding these drivers, and he's driving a lot better than me. Oh, Scuddy's gone a little wide.
Tight. Ooh.
Is that going to let him through? Yep,
Leaving the door open. That's a good move from him. Well done.
it is.
A standing move from the McLaren.
Right. Oh, Mr. Carter, what are you doing? Jeremy Carter in the Audi. He is after Dom Pelvier in the Mercedes at the moment, 8 tenths behind. We also have Luca Zanel. Oh, sorry, Luca.
Bosanelli.
Yeah.
He's not far behind either.
Well,
Yeah.
he wasn't far behind Sinkinen, but then I don't know what happened. Because my timings, for me, that should be a lot closer. The damage on that car. Right, well that's definitely changed. Let's
Must
have
be
a look.
driving at fast.
Peltonen. He's trying to catch 973 Alvarez. The case with Bev.
It's going to be difficult with the amount of damage he has, though.
Well, he's been in, he's pitted. So, did he do all the damage, or did he do just enough that he needed to? Now, for him, it's just a case of trying to work his way back up. He's already pitted, so as long as he's got enough fuel, he could go.
Yeah.
But to the end of the race now. Only 37 minutes.
He has to nurse his side extremely hard, though.
Well, wet tyres. You never know. Whoa! Oh
True.
dear. Alvarez just lost it there, and it looked like Pelton just clipped him. That was on Murray's corner.
Oh, he's having 0 luck today, isn't he?
Yeah. But either way, he's now up into 12th from 15th. Bit wide there, lucky to keep control of that baby.
And Timu Karppinen setting consistent lap times. Consistent fastest laps. And the stewards have deemed the incident between Alvarez and Simon a racing incident.
Was that 973 and 22? Right, looking at this, question is, where do we look? Because at the present moment,
That was going on everywhere, to be honest.
Peloton at the moment is only doing a 2-minute lap, so he's definitely got damage on board. Our leader is doing a 157. Yeah. And between, and actually saying that, the Ferrari in second, Jimenez. I mean, I know he's got a 15-second penalty, but even he's doing 157s at the moment. Una in third, again, another one doing 157s. Newworth, 150. Actually, Newworth's on a 156, so present moment, fastest man on track is Newworth in the Aston Martin. Who'd have thought the Aston Martin being a good car in the wet? Shock of shocks.
I mean, it is a British car in a British track.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Right, well, we got Matthias.
Practically, it's built for this weather.
Yeah. Well, we have Matthias now coming up onto the back. What was that?
I have a soft spot for Aston Martins. I'm wearing the Aston Martin Racing cap right now.
Oh, I do. The car that made me fall in love with GT3s was an Aston Martin. But don't forget, I'm 52 years old, so when I fell in love with the Aston Martins, they didn't look anything like they look now.
What car was it? Was it PPR9?
No, I think it was a Vanquish, actually.
Damn. Okay, so that's time ago.
Yes, it is. Probably. Actually, you're 18. I only think I was just about a little bit younger than you. So that's how long ago it was. But anyway, back to our battle here. Scuddy and Matthias. Porsche versus McLaren.
Oh, looks like Jimenez is getting quite rude in the chat, to be honest. He's like fake praising the stewards.
Ooh, he better
his 15-second time penalty.
Well, he better be careful because
he has to tread carefully, huh?
Very carefully, because chat is off limits.
It is forbidden. It's forbidden, so he will get another penalty.
Yeah, so it's, once the race starts, you do not use chat. If you have a problem with the stewards,
yeah, we're not on Discord.
You should be on Discord doing it. Not in the chat. Not on any of the stream chats neither. Get in, discuss it with them. That way you're more likely to get a better answer. But saying that now, Matthias and Scuddy. Matthias is right on the backside of Scuddy. Right on that tailpipe as to come through the first corner. So is he going to get a look in at
Do you
Montreal?
think he could go for a little braking move? No, he can't.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Now, the thing is, if he
Oh,
can...
nothing's happened there.
Oh, he just... it looked like he just tapped the back of the Porsche. The Porsche went round and lost 2 places. So, about the
Car
stewards...
number 11, that's Juan Manuel Jimenez. Disqualified from all future races. Unacceptable behaviour, as he should be.
Well, I did warn you, Jimenez.
Terrible.
You don't have a pop. You don't go to a race with stewards. And then, just because you don't like what the stewards do, it's not right, guys. We're here to, to have fun. But either way...
Oh well, let's forget about it. He's gone now. He's retired from the session, so let's leave him.
And he won't be able
And let's
to join...
talk about the action on the track, shall we?
Won't be able to join any more of our sim racing.
Carter is gaining on Fury.
It is Mr.
My
Death
thing is just
Zone.
hard.
Mr. Z Zone. Huh. Hello.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
There you go, halfway mark. And thank you very much for the following follows, Mr. V Plague. Alpaca Bowl 2. And Erd Beerworm. That's a hell of a name. Thank you all very much for the follow. Some other ones there. Sim Racer GT. He did it 3 days ago when we were off air. Must have liked one of our streams. So thank you all very much for the follows. Thank you, thank you. Now, looking at the race here. What's going to happen?
Another car spun off.
Now, this is the problem. Everybody seems to be getting a little gap.
Yeah. There's not really too many battles going on right now.
Unfortunately not, no.
But this is a time when everything sort of slows down. People start finding their rhythm.
Well, if you'd have a look who's up in second and third.
Huna Neuwer.
Yep, Huna Neuwirth.
I love the variation in the cars in the podium places.
You see, the thing is...
The Lexus, the Porsche, and an Aston.
Yep. Last week, Huna pulled off a very good win when he pitted very early.
Ooh, Scenes is really not enjoying the race at the moment.
Who?
He's going wide in every single corner at the moment. Scenes.
That's why I don't race.
Or saying.
Sains? Yeah. I mean, admittedly, Carpenter does have rather a good lead on.
And there's a 5-second penalty for car number 19 for causing a collision on lap 13.
That'll be Matthias. He's got to hold his hand up for that one, unfortunately. He did cause the... Who was it now?
There's no defending that.
Actually, looks like we are slowly but surely losing drivers. We're now down to 16 cars on track. Right, looking at this. Carpenter at the minute has only got a 14-second gap on Huna. And he's going to need about 40 seconds. Actually, no, it's a bit longer.
Alright, I'm just trying to look at and see if there's any sort of battles going to try and know if there's any battles brewing right now. Simon is closing on Alvarez Jr.
That's
So we
good.
can hope for a battle on there. But apart from that, everyone's spaced out.
Yeah, Scuddy's back up
I
to
guess you would
4th.
want Jotty there in this race.
Racing 11. Everybody has their own little championships.
Yep.
And if we, as I say, just take it as it was. We're here for the fun of it. No, it's a wet race. What do you expect? Well, these boys are not professionals. Things can get a bit sideways.
Yeah.
But watching Carpenter now, he really does need to pull that time out. And at the moment, he's just not able to. Just not able to.
To be fair, he is 14 seconds ahead. So
Yeah,
he can
buddy.
afford to sort of slow down a little bit.
Well, no, he can't because he hasn't pitted yet. And Hooner and Newworth have.
Oh, I guess so. That's also true.
So that's the thing, you see.
Oof.
So he's gonna... He'll be lucky if he keeps 3rd. I'll be surprised if he keeps 3rd. The only people who haven't...
This is what pitting early does. It gives you that leverage over your opponents.
It can do, but it can also backfire on you as well.
I guess Carpenter's strategy was to overcut, but maybe that didn't play out too well. And while all this is happening, Simon is now 7/10 behind Alvarez Jr.
It's the
He
Simon. Yes.
He could potentially try and size up an overtaking opportunity in a few laps' time.
Well, he's got to...
Closing, slowly but surely.
He is, but he's also got to keep an eye on his back mirror, which he has. He's let the leader past, which is good. Hopefully now...
Simon has to
Oh,
pit.
Alvarez
Jr.
goes
has.
wide.
Yeah, Alvarez goes wide. Does this give an opportunity to Simon to overtake?
It could do.
He's closing. Just a bit too far away, Simon was on that incident.
Well, here we go. He's got the draw on him now. He's not going to
Yeah,
have
he's
it
got a
going
bit
into
more
that
momentum.
first corner, no.
Alvarez defends well.
Now, at the present moment, we only have 3
Now-
cars.
Oh, fantastic braking
Well,
maneuver from Simon. Oh, that goes
he-
wide. Okay.
He just
I'll come back
outbraked
to that
himself.
Braked himself, yeah. And then that opens the door slightly for Plevier. Because Plevier is right on his backside now.
He certainly is.
He gives Plevier the opportunity to snatch 10th away from him.
Right, so the question
Oh, it
is...
says in the timing screen that Timu has pitted. It says he's already pit.
Has he?
Yeah.
No. It's has he pit with the pit window open? Right, there's one for the stewards. So Carpenter is saying that he's already pitted.
Yeah, apparently.
Ooh.
I mean, if he's pit mega early, then fair enough.
Yeah, but he's got to have pitted when the pit as long as the pit window is open, then his pit will count. If he does it
Yeah.
before the pit window is open, then it won't count. And I've got a feeling the game is counting it as before. So the stewards are going to have a look at this. Oh, will this race what else can happen in this race?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Little things like this that have made it spicy. Very nice.
There's spicy, and then there's 3 cars that have not pitted. We've got the leader, who's one of them, saying that he's already pitted. So we got a very interesting situation brewing here. Very interesting. Alright, Seidman has now got to crack on and try and get back on the backside of Alvarez. Is he going to be able to do it? And he in turn has got a Pelvera behind him in that Merc.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where it's going to be sitting. Closest
What
cars.
The Snetterton right now. He's 7th place after having been 15th.
That is a drive and a half. That's for sure. He's driven well. He must have. He's drove excellent from what happened at the beginning.
Even the wheels off that Audi, I have to say, especially with the damage that it has.
Yeah. Back to Don Pilber. He is catching ever so slowly up to Seidman. Taking the odd 10th here and there.
Yeah. He's within a second of him now.
Alvarez, get off that lovely grass. You really don't want to be on that grass. It's just one of those races now, unfortunately.
It's been very interesting to see how many different incidents there has been and how many different situations it occurred. Like,
Yeah, well,
with this wet track, oh my god.
what?
Who's just gone wide? That's Alvarez. Okay.
Yep, Alvarez has just gone way wide and has lost
that opens
2
door for Simon and Plevier.
Yep, so that's 2 places lost there, unfortunately.
Yep.
But can Pelvier catch up? Because he has dropped back on Siteman. So it says. Whether he has or not, I don't really know, because it's ACC and timings go all over the place. Hey diddly dee.
Mm-hmm. Clements is right behind Zanelli, by the way.
Oh,
He may be starting up a move.
that was Alvarez going past Pelvier.
Levier.
Yep, that one as well.
Clements is very much trying to get past Zanelli, and he has. Zanelli goes super wide. Pretty good move there from Clements, actually. I feel like this Plevier Alvarez scrap's going to get slightly more intense in the next sort of 15 minutes. I feel it.
Well, at the moment, they are the closest.
They have been exchanging positions for the past, like, 4 or 5 laps or so.
Yeah. The thing is, though, Alvarez is still showing as needing a pit. So we'll have to see what they say about that.
Another victim of the stop and go penalties in the pit.
Scurry.
Unlucky.
Stop and go 30. Ouch.
And that loses him a whole host of positions. 1, 2, 3, 4 positions lost.
And the rest, because it's a stop and go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's super unlucky.
Mind you, what is it they say? If you're going to do it in style. That's definitely doing it in style, Scotty.
Oh, well, gosh. Pelton up to 6th place now. 3 seconds from 5th place. Recovery driver of the day, to be fair.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, he's in the Sketches car and he is flying at the moment. Just have a look. Pelton, he's doing 157.8 at the moment. I mean,
Respectable.
Yeah, Timu is still putting in fast times. He's just done 156.062. So again, fastest lap of the race.
Paulie-esque times. 13 minutes to go.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, if Pelton keeps going the way he is at the moment, he's gonna catch some places.
I very much agree with you there.
He's 3 seconds behind Matthias in the McLaren, and he has a 5-second stop and go penalty. And unfortunately for him, he's already pitted, so that'll be added after the race. So,
Car number 66, warning, being too slow on track.
Pardon? And it, oh, yeah.
Gosh, Scurry in 12th place.
He's just dropped back a bit there now, Annie, unfortunately. Now, what are we going to say? We have Alvarez and Timu Karppinen both showing requiring pit stops.
So Timu's gonna have to push real hard then.
Well, the thing is, if he's saying he's already had his pit stop, he's going to have to show the stewards when it was.
Actually, to be fair, I might have been wrong the last time, but
As I say, it has happened in the past where ACC has got a bit confused and has my brain just does what my brain does and completely forgets what it's supposed to be doing. Right now, Peloton here is up into 5th. So he's shifted some. So from 15th back up to 5th with 10 minutes to go.
you know what's really surprised me?
What?
Antonio Cabrera. He was 20th or so at the start of the race, and now he's in 4th place.
Yes.
I can't believe that.
That's a wet race for you. Certainly is. Huna, Newwood, Cabrera, they were all, I think, beyond the top 10. And look at them now.
Yeah.
2nd, 3rd and 4th, and with the opportunity. Well, Huna is now 24 seconds behind Timu.
Wonder how long the pit stops take in this game.
Well,
I reckon 40, 50 seconds maybe?
Yeah, it's got to be about that.
Gosh. So if Timu pits now, he will lose.
He'll lose.
2nd and 3rd place.
Probably, yeah. I think he would. I think he'd come out in 4th.
What would the penalty be for not pitting?
130 seconds.
Yeah, okay. So I put him back ages. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So that's why I say he's going to have to prove to the stewards that he did pit under the pit window. That's the thing.
Unless, of course, he didn't pit in the pit window or indeed outside of the pit window in the process.
Yes, but Timu knows how to race. He's raced with us loads of times now.
Yes, he has.
So he knows how our races work. Well, there he is in the background, so he's not soft. You know, he comes into the race eyes wide open. Yes, what, JL? So here we go. This is just bonkers. We are down to under 8 minutes in the race.
Levier is still in that little tussle with Alvarez Jr. at the moment.
Oh, look, Alvarez
This battle
Jr.
seems to never end.
But that's what you want. A good championship has battles all over the race. Doesn't have to be at the top end all the time. It doesn't have to be the top 10 that are constantly battling or the top 3. It can just be anywhere.
Yeah.
Just let them, let them. That's what it's all about. That's why we watch it, because we will like the excitement of the likes of Pelver trying to get that 1.2 seconds, and he just loses it completely. Commentators curse.
Levier spins about.
Yes.
And Karpinen finally heads into the pits and loses first place to Huda and second place to Neuvert.
So Hooner's done it again.
Fantastic strategy call from Huna, to be fair.
He did this last
Getting
week.
that super early, nursing his tyres, and with 6 minutes to go, he's in the lead. All he needs to do now is keep Neuvert behind him.
Well, what's the difference at the moment? There's 5 seconds between Hooner and Newwood. And Newwood at the moment is slightly quicker than Hooner. Hooner did a 157.950 and Newwood did a 157.090. So nearly a second quicker than what Newwood is doing, than Hooner's doing. So Newwood here. Now he can see his quarry up ahead. Just.
The pit window is closing now.
And the pit window closes.
Carpenter comes
Going
out
on
again
pits
in
now.
third. But some 25 seconds behind the leader. Ouch.
There's only one person now on track that hasn't pitted, and the pit window is closed. So,
That is Mr. Alvarez.
That will be a slam dunk 130-second penalty for him.
It certainly will, so we'll lose 3 or 4 places there.
Yeah. It's not what you want to see, is it?
Well, Horchie Hooner does it again from the looks of it.
Yep. Strategic masterpiece from him.
Oh, yes. As soon as that pit window opens, he's in. And he just races his race. It can work. It can backfire on you as well.
Yep. But looks like this race, Huna struck luck.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is,
Well, that's what you need, Cameron. You need the luck.
Newworth is.
Not on your side, it bites you.
Yeah, well, Newworth is pulling time out of Hooner, but he's not going to have the time now. We've got 3 minutes, coming up with 3 minutes left on this race, and Newworth's got 4.6 seconds to catch up. I don't think he's going to manage to do that, unfortunately. So I'm not saying it, because every time I've said anything, something's usually happened. So I'm going to just watch the rest of this race. You got 2 minutes.
Let me do the talking now.
Yeah. Well, if I do the talking, someone's bound to do the opposite.
Well, at the moment, everything just... I think these positions are pretty much set, to be honest. Apart from Alvarez Jr., all the other positions are pretty much set, in my opinion.
Well, Matthias in the
Apart from
number...
maybe Scurie v Plevier, because don't forget, if Alvarez gets that, when he gets that 130-second penalty or so, he will be dropping back several places, so this could be points paying position for here,
It's
for
certainly
Scurry.
good.
So he will need to push it in the next 1 minute and 40 seconds. Otherwise, it's Plevier that gets that point.
No, he's going to have to try it. But either way, looking at it, drive of the day has to be car 37. Mr. Pelton.
Pelton, man. Honestly, unbelievable drive.
Yes, that is some drive. You did very well to get the pole position. And then hey, I had a few unfortunate corners. Not your fault.
Yep.
But you jumped into the pits, jumped out again. From 15th, you've managed to get up to 5th. So very well done, sir, there. We are now approaching the last lap.
Right, man. Leader is
What the hell happened there?
There we go. Last lap.
And this is last lap shenanigans.
Well, the last lap shenanigans is either
Fairly,
Huna is slowing down too much because he was doing a 158.2 and Newwood did a 156.78. If they carry on
Yeah.
like this, Newwood could catch him, which is hard to believe.
yeah.
So keep an eye on these two. Is he going to have enough fuel to actually make it to the podium?
That's the question. Will he?
Well, seeing as
Or has he not managed his fuel enough?
Well, that is a question because, as I say, going on the last lap, he has slowed down. And you look at that, the gap now is 2.6 seconds.
But to be fair, he has to just nurse it home at this rate.
Yeah, he's only got one,
He's got a
two,
few corners
three,
to do so.
3 more corners, I think. Here we go. Corman. Heading off that.
And the little left-hander that he has to take.
Into Murray's.
And into the big boy straight. And Hunu comes across the line. And
That's the one.
There you go. Huna wins. A fantastic strategy call from Huna makes him the winner.
It certainly
Neuwirth on
does.
second place and Karppinen in third.
Karppinen.
Very, very good job.
Karppinen
A
did
fantastic drive.
an excellent drive. In fourth, number 90, the Bentley Cabrera. Again, another good drive
Standing drive from Cabrera.
because he was at the
That's
back.
off to Peltonen.
Yep, Peltonen again. Those who are still with us have drove very well, to be honest, because A, they're still with us, and B, they finished a very wet race.
Yeah.
So I cannot complain at what I've seen today.
It's been a very, very interesting race.
It's
Full of different strategy calls, different incidents that have occurred.
So people have been looking at this. Race-wise, we've had a bit of our bits of ups, our bits of downs.
Yeah.
But
Main thing is a few of the people that were that qualified pretty damn high up, like Brunshit and Peltonen, end up losing out at the start because Brunshit's lost it.
Yeah, Brad
Yeah,
Brunshitz.
Snetterton had to pay for it. His car was damaged, and yet he's P5. What a wet race does is give you that opportunity to fight back, and he did so.
Yeah, and well, it allows
They
the
come round to
opportunity.
down that.
Allows the
And
opportunity
that
here
yeah.
for cars to just, well, basically do what we would class as the unthinkable, which is come from pretty far down on the back of the pack
Yeah.
and get up into a reasonably good position.
I mean, Antonio Cabrera is the epitome of that. He
Yeah,
started P20 and P4.
he certainly is. And right now we
How that was
are,
possible? It was because of the wet race.
that's for
It gave him
sure.
that opportunity.
So let's see, what can we get here? So there we go. There are our first, second, and third today. That is first, Mr. Hornsey Huna in the 43 Porsche. And then we have Mr. Newwood in the 63 Aston Martin. And then Timu Carpenter in the number 3 Lexus. What can I say? That is doing well. Doing well. What I suppose we could say a strange race as well.
It's bizarre. I've never seen a race like it, but
Neither have I, believe me.
it was a very good race.
But that's what races do. They have a habit of providing these
Well, everyone
strange.
speeds into the pits now. The top 3.
Oh, now donuts.
Oh, look at that. Huna facing the wrong way round, apparently.
At least he's turned up this time. Don't forget, last week he didn't even manage to make it.
Yes, let's see Huna's backside now. Perfect. Fantastic, Horchi. There you go. Time for donuts. The Porsche engine when it does the donuts, man. I love it.
So there we go. There is our race winner today. Punchy Horner in the number 43 Porsche. Fitted early. And he's won. Done that 2 races in a row. Is anybody else going to do the same? Or
Well, it's going to be very difficult to match the performances of some of the people here.
well, they've all been, as far as I'm concerned, all been very good performances. Just trying to see if anybody is in the waiting room. They're not at the moment. So we'll give it a couple of minutes. Well, give it a minute. And then we may well close this down for today. Next week, what have we got next week? Next week, we are in 5 hours of Hungaro. Lovely
Gosh,
jubbly, back
ring.
to the Hungaro ring. But on next, our next sprint race is actually in Zandvoort in 2 weeks on the 18th. So let me just double check. No, still nobody there in either of the rooms.
Let's get
So
some opinions down. Should we go to the interview room?
there is nobody in the interview room, I don't think. Or am I missing things? Waiting for interview. Am I missing something here? Oh, there we go. We got the winner. Dragging him straight down. Straight down
there you go.
into there, Haunchy.
There you go.
Welcome here
Good
again.
race, man. Fantastic strategy
you.
right from the start, pitting early. Was that your initial plan right at the start of the race?
No, my plan was that I try to go as fast as possible. Then if there's a safety car, I pit, which happened. And
Well,
that
fair
pit stop
enough.
was, yeah,
Right, go.
that pit stop was just on the limit. The pit window just opened as I went into the pits, so it was really, really on the edge.
That's
Damn.
what you need. You timed it to perfection, didn't you?
Yeah, but this time I am actually a bit more happier because I believe this was a more of a strategic decision than it was last time, because last time I pitted because I spun too much, but now I pitted because I saw that this is the call, and it was.
Fair enough. And how hard was it to race in Snetterton in the wet? Did you find at times the car was sliding?
No, actually, because I used a quite high TC, but I did have to do some cool drifting before the Bentley straight. I don't know, Williams, yeah, it's Williams. I drifted some, but other than that, the car wasn't that slidey.
Right, let's drag Newworth in right now. Ribber. Hello, Mr. Newworth, are you there?
Good job, Newwood.
Thank you. Well done to you as well.
Well
thank
done.
you.
Very well.
Okay, guys. So New Earth, how difficult was it to plow your way through the field during the race? Did you find it sort of difficult at times with the spray?
Honestly, yeah, the spray was very annoying, but I managed to cut through most of the field with not too much difficulty, I think.
Yeah, you did a fantastic job, to be honest. I mean, to get from position, what place did you qualify again?
I qualified P5, but I pitted after
Yeah, so
under the
P5 to
safety car.
P2. Respectable. And
Yeah.
you were not that far behind Horchi, to be fair, as well.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to watch Horji. At the end of the race, you were slowing down. You weren't going to run out of fuel again, were you?
No. I had enough fuel, but I just wanted to be safe because it's still a very slidey track. So I want to avoid any chance for mistakes. But actually, I did a mistake on the penultimate lap at Bump Hole when I touched the grass slightly and almost went off track. So that almost ruined my race, but it didn't.
Oh, that's not what you need, is it? I mean, gentlemen, both of you.
Is that the norm in this track, that you're on a knife edge all the time?
Actually, that was the few moments when I was on a knife edge. As I mentioned, I wanted to drive as safe as possible because this isn't my favorite track. I don't really like it, but driving slowly on it made it worked out. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm too happy.
Oh, well, that's good. Newworth, you were catching up at the end there. You actually were at one point the fastest man on track towards the end.
Yeah, I think I got the fastest lap in the end.
Yeah. So it was just
Yeah.
like, where'd that come from?
I don't know. I haven't. I must say, yeah, I haven't done much practice for this, so I think I've just picked it up on the track and learned as I went.
And then that means that you're an alien, I gotta say.
No, mate, not even close.
So
Not yet.
well, is that do I call you Ribber then?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's just it makes it easier for me because
Yeah.
your first name is
Yeah, I completely understand.
yeah. So okay, Ribber. Well, gentlemen, well done again. You've both given us a fantastic race. We will see. Actually, what was it I said? We have Danforth is our next sprint race in 2 weeks. So, what are your feelings on there?
Uh, my car has gotten a gigantic buff on the track in the latest version, so I'm excited to drive it actually.
Is the next track Zandvoort?
Yes.
Zandvoort, yeah. Thank goodness I haven't done a single lap on Zandvoort in my World Sim Racing career, not even a single one. We'll see how it works out.
You'll be fine.
Well, in that case, I really do believe you might want to practice this one.
Yeah, you are exactly right.
I mean, there's a week to go, so
2 weeks to go on this one.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's the
plenty of time to practice.
Plenty of time. Next week we are at Hungaro. Neither of you two are in the endurance, are you?
Nope, not this season.
Nope.
Neither am I.
No.
I did it last season and I switched to sprint now.
Fair enough.
Get it over and done with a lot quicker.
I consider taking part in the endurance just because of the Hungaroring, because I would have had to defend my home soil, but I hope someone else does it instead of me.
Well, you can watch it next week and see, Hona. Right, well, from ourselves, we have had a very good race. I hope everybody else enjoyed watching it as well. Thank you very much for being with us. Any last words, Pran?
I mean, this race has been unbelievably tight, very, very jam-packed of battles, and I hope that the next sprint race is exactly the same. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you're on YouTube.
Well,
if you're on Twitch, hit us a follow. If you like it, give us some bits or subscribe, and
come and join us on Discord.
And yeah, thank you very much for watching.
Yep. So, Horchy and River, anything from yourselves before we're going to disappear?
Well, I'd like to thank you guys for hosting the race.
Our pleasure. I can't drive it, so I'll just talk it. Right.
Yeah, guys.
Well done.
We get to see you live.
Well done for today. We will see you next week when we are at Hungaro for 5 hours. Gotta love it.
Oh. Yep.
Bye bye.
See you later.